bit more in detail.
All right. We're recording. Share can edit for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to welcome everybody tonight to the Holiday Accountability Challenge team call. And we are excited to have you all. I'm excited. The first commitment is showing up, and that just shows that this is very important to you as it is to me. I'm excited to be here. I'm actually really grateful. I think a lot of us had one of the best weeks we've ever had in our lives in this company. And I've only been here for like 11 months. So I'm pretty grateful to see the flow of how this all goes. I just want to welcome everybody. I'm going to just start by, I guess I'm going to start the call off like really deep. And we're going to start off with doing some whys. I'm going to share mine a little bit longer than most. We only have an hour. I would like to keep everyone to like 2 minutes, but I'm going to get into a little depth about mine because a lot of people on here know me and don't know exactly what happened to me this last little bit. But I want to share that with you just because I want you to. There's a reason why I want to share this because last week was my biggest week with this company ever, and I was just coming out of probably one of the toughest times of my life. So I want to start with sharing that story. So this year, I mean, a lot of you, most of you know my story from before, but I've been in this industry for 20 years and I've had much success in a couple other companies many years ago. This year, you know how when you get into a new season, new year, you think, oh, this is the one. I can't wait. Like, woohoo, this will be the year it all works out. Well, this is probably going to, I will admit, this has probably been one of the toughest seasons of my life because, you know, I've gone through so many changes. Raising kids was tough, but it was a funner tough. I had kids around me. I had life. I had a purpose. I had all these things to do. Last year, my health took a downhill spiral. And 3 years ago, my financial situation took a downhill spiral. And so, for those of you who know me, probably know I've come from the oil and gas industry, which means I came into when I moved to the Okanagan 20 years ago. I was doing very very well for myself. I was making a lot of money. But I had a great child support coming in from a very wealthy ex-husband. I had my own oil and gas rental company. I was making 30,000 plus a month just renting out my well sites and my oil equipment. Okay. I got real spoiled. Let me tell you that. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And then I went to the bank one day, and this is actually a really important story. I went to the bank because I was selling my well sites because I wanted to just do this industry. Arbonne was my first company that I had joined. And my bank manager thought I was nuts. She's like, Carmen, are you nuts? Like when she see what I was making, but then I showed her what I was making with Arbonne, and she was like, oh, I'll join Arbonne. So that was kind of how that went because she saw the residual, right? Now I've made more money with this company than I did with that company, but I'm just trying to say this industry really does work. It's real, it's tangible, and it's the greatest thing here. There's no other place you can go and spend 37.95 and build yourself an empire like we're doing here today. And for a while. It's gonna take us a little while. But anyways, with that being said, this year, a few years ago, I took my equity of my home and the rest of my financial stuff, and I took it, and I thought I was gonna just go chase after some businesses out down in the coast on the coast, and the companies that I got involved in ended up going sideways. I partnered with really bad people, ended up losing the equity of my home plus everything in my bank account. I had very little left. I lived off of for the last couple of years was my gold and silver. I kept cashing in just so I could pay my rent, pay my bills, make my truck payment, help my kids when they called, you know, try to pretend I was still had money when I really didn't. I was sinking faster than quicksand. And so I didn't put that face on. I bet most people don't really know that story about me, but it was a very tough place to be. And so when this company showed up in my life, I was desperately desperate. I'd never felt the feel of not being able to pay a bill in my life, really, even since like before I was married. I always had a bank account full of money. So this has been an experience for me. So then I got involved with this company, and I just started to kind of get some traction again. And last month, my bank accounts were wiped out, and so was I shouldn't say about my families, but my son too. And there was a bunch of stuff going on, and just to let you all know, I did nothing illegal. It's nothing bad, but there was probably some sloppiness that I should have taken care of, and I didn't, and it caught up to me. And why I'm bringing that up is because for about 3 weeks, I had zero money in my bank account. I had a couple really dear friends give me some money, bring me cash, But even if a partner co-paid me, the money would get ate by the government, and I could not do nothing about it. So why am I sharing this? Because we all reach a point of rock bottom. And I guess for me, I always kept thinking, I've even told Shorty and a few people on this call, I think we can only go up from here. I tell my son that we can only go up from here. But when 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, when it was about 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago, when it first happened, I couldn't breathe. Like I literally thought, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Everything I'm doing is just, in fact, it's just like, I feel like I'm doing all the right things, but it just wasn't working out. So, anyways, I had every reason to quit. I had to show up on a Friday and celebrate everybody else's payday, okay, which I love doing. But let me tell you, when you're in a situation where your payday, you want to have one of your better weeks too, one of my great weeks, and it just got 80 out of my bank account, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's payday," and there's me. I'm thinking, Lord, I'm just over here working for free, and it was hard on my psyche. I'm not gonna lie, it was starting to get to me, and it was sinking. So from there, I had to make a decision, and I could either sink with it, go backwards, go into the corner, go back to my bedroom, go into the fetal position and stay there, or I could look at my team and focus on the people who I have personally enrolled into this business and say, yeah, I'm going to give up on you. I'm going to give up on you. I'm going to give up on our dreams. I'm going to give up on our goals. And I thought, could I do that? Because that's what those are my options. So, anyways, I was really fortunate. I had a brand new business partner that was really, really fun, and her name was Susan Croker. And I'll tell you what, I don't even know what I'm have to look. She went senior director. I thought she went senior manager. I couldn't even keep up to your guys' ranks this week. It was insane. Congratulations, Susan. But I wanted to explain. She lives right here in my town, and she was just so excited and brand new, never really done this before. And I think this is why what I want you to hear is that what I did 2 weeks ago is I just focused on getting her a paycheck. That was my focus. I thought, if nothing else, I need to get this lady paid. And her husband's a pastor. They're really beautiful people. And I just wanted to bless them, you know? And in that, I started watching my volume grow. I watched my team, like the team that I brought together, the people I've enrolled and the people that they've enrolled. I watched them get in groups that in their teams. Sharon Collingwood, Credwyn, like you guys all, Marlene's not on here, but you guys are on one leg together, and I didn't even know what was going on. I love that. I don't have to know what's going on. Next thing you know, everybody's ranking. We had people like Tracy Johnson ranking on my other leg. Shorty Olson's team's blowing up while he's got his hands in a horse's mouth. I was going to say horse's something, but horse's mouth. Anyway, all I want to say is that when I promoted to president, I had the biggest paycheck I've ever had in this company in 1 week. Probably, I don't even know because I used to get paid monthly before, so I don't know, but I was blessed. And I did work hard. I worked hard, but I was working hard for my team. And when I seen me getting close, I had no idea. I thought, holy crap, I can't think. I basically what our team did. This is not me. What our team did, and what it was called is it was Ashes to Beauty. Watching this team activate, and what that showed me was when we really truly unite as a team, support each other. Christy came in with a beautiful strategy. Mary Olsen is on here. I love her. Like, she is awesome, you guys. Christy brought in all these Black Friday things, and I forced myself to jump on these Zooms, try to smile, and I was usually crying out the other side. And I would turn my camera off every once in a while when I realized I had no money. But anyways, I followed Christy's lead with the Black Friday stuff, and I really promoted it with my team. And all I thought was, well, you know what? I can get us a paycheck before Christmas. That'll be a blessing. So with that being said, everybody, with my psyche being turned upside down, I was at my breaking point. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. I can do it. Each one of you people on this call can do it. And I want you to know that I believe in you, because if I I had people believe in me, even though I wasn't believing in myself. I was saying, if I can't even help myself, how on earth am I going to be able to go out and help anybody that I've brought into this business and help them do anything when I can't even get myself out of where I was? So I'm sharing that with you because I need you to know that behind every win is a struggle. Behind everybody on here is a story, and everybody's got a why. And what is my why? I'll tell you that I never want to have to go through that feeling again of being so fearful that I have nowhere to turn, nothing to go. I have nowhere to, I'm not going to, if I have to go, I'm 55 years old. If I have to call my dad one more time and say, hey, come for a sleepover and stay for 3 months, he's going to start catching on. I don't like, if you guys want to meet Eddie, ain't going to happen. So anyways, I will stop talking. I just wanted to share that with you guys to show, as because at the end of this call, we're going to, first of all, here's the itinerary. We're going to go through, I wanted to share that to set the whatever you call it, set the tone. I know Christy and Mary are probably going to have to hop off here soon, so I'm going to get them to share. We've got some really, really great strategies for the month of December. And what I love right now is that I know what I've seen happen in Black Friday, and now I believe and know without a shadow of a doubt what we can do together as a team by working together in unity. And we've got this beautiful new Facebook page. We've it started off with Credwyn, Sharon and Marlene coming up with how did they get their rank? How did they all rank up together? How is because they joined together, they locked arms, and they made a game plan, and they got it done. So what they realized through that process was building these relationships and how important it is to know our people, to know our whys, and to just know each other and to support each other. So that is going to be kind of the tone of our Zoom tonight. So now I would like, so our why matters is what I'm trying to say. It's probably the most important part. And I'll finish on that at the end. But right now, Marlene's not on here. I know that Susan Croker has to hop off early. So Susan, if you could unmute yourself, I'd like you to give me 2 minutes only because I took up more time. 2 minutes. Tell me your why. And I want to say congratulations, senior director. Oh my God, I thought she was senior manager. I thought she was manager. Man, she just blew past all the ranks. Can't keep up to you, girlfriend.
Yeah, it's been amazing. What an amazing company. I'm just so thankful for it. My why, I had to think about it just to be able to word it properly. But I've always been interested in health and wellness. Way back in the day, I became an RN. And because of that, I was drawn into being compassionate and wanting to help people be healthy and as the times have gone on, be there to increase in their wellness and their health of the future. And when I was shown this company by Carmen and Todd, I was very impressed because I could see already that the products were great, the company was great, and there was many benefits that came from this, and I was very impressed and just felt the leading to join by the Lord. So, anyways, I joined. My why is that I joined also for the benefits of the products. Years ago, 3.5 years ago, I had a stroke, and that has caused still some issues that I want to deal with. And I'm very thankful for the products that help with inflammation, dealing with sleep, cortisol, all that kind of stuff. And that has really been a great part of my why, is that I want to increase in knowledge of not only the products, but use the products and what it can do for me and what it can do for others. And I'm very thankful for Carmen, as she's been there to help me. And one of the things that I really want to do is to grow in my confidence. I've done a few MLMing companies, and it's all had to do with health. And I've never done really great. But this company, I already know that, like Carmen explained, that, the company's like no other. And as far as getting an income, having an income to help supplement our income as we're in ministry, that's very beneficial for us. And I'm very thankful that that had happened. And my why is also, I want to help our family. I want to help others. I want to help just to help people and to show them a way to get healthy. with these products and maybe wealthy to join the company. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Susan. We're so grateful that you're here. You had an amazing first month or so. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, it's been great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's talk. Let's go to Credwyn. Creddy, you're up next for you're going to talk again later, but I want you to right now to share your 2-minute why you're here, Miss. Oh, congratulations, Miss Officer.
Well, thank you, Miss Carmen. I
Well
appreciate
done.
that. Thank you. I'm going to keep mine short and sweet, you guys. I started back in January, like Carmen said. And Carmen, I just want to say thank you for sharing that story, because your rawness and the truth behind it was just very beautiful. And thank you for just for sharing. Anyways, I just want to say I joined back in January with Carmen. I was in the oil industry as well. So I was making a lot of money and stuff like that. But I knew this was coming to an end, and I wanted to find out, to supplement that income. When I started Partner Co., I hit the ground running. Loved it. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I absolutely loved what I was doing, and that I can share these drops, knowing that it was. I'm really passionate about these drops, you guys. I believe everybody on the planet needs to be on them. They just don't know it yet. That's my story behind that. And then what happened is life got in the way. Got back to reality. I moved to a different town. We bought another business. What happened is I kind of let Partner Co. kind of go to the wayside. Still was dabbling, still doing it, still trying to help out, but I kind of lost a little bit. And that's why I love this company, because my team, Carmen, Todd, they all still reached out to me. Credwyn, we're still here. And then all of a sudden this Black Friday showed up. And that's when it, like Carmen said, it just all kind of fell into place. And it makes you realize that it's not about you, it's about your team and how you can make them grow and come together. You guys, I had no idea, like Carmen, that I was going to be ranking up. I was just like, holy, like Sharon is doing amazing. Marlene's coming together. And then I got Wanda and I got Kim, and I'm like, wow, like, and it, you guys, like, even though I wasn't all the time doing this business, I was still, honest to goodness, making a paycheck. And I was grateful every day for that. And then when I ranked up to officer, well, okay, that's a whole other ball game. And I'm so excited. And it all starts with who you bring in and how you can help them, you guys. That's what this Partner Co. is all about. And basically that's my story. And this is how the holiday accountability came together, and Carmen was able to grab it and go with it. And here we are. So thank you, guys. That's my story, Carmen.
I love your story, Creddy. And
Well,
I'm so glad you're here. You are amazing. And I can't wait to hear all your tips and chat for our accountability challenge in a little bit here. Okay. I'm gonna go to Michelle Whitcomb. Michelle, you went to, okay, God, you Lord, you guys. I thought I had it all. Oh yeah, senior director. You went, congratulations, Miss Senior Director. Michelle, I'd like to hear your why.
My why.
Why
My
are you
why.
here?
I'm here because you phoned me. So
Hey,
I was laid on the couch after my knee surgery and wondering what I was going to do too, because after I healed up, I kind of lost my job. I'm by profession a trucker, so usually log hauling. Last year was low bedding with my hubby, which was a lot of fun, but I think I drove him crazy. So I was thinking I probably needed a different job anyway. But anyway, I knew I had to do something because I still need an income. We're not totally retirement ready yet. And my why really is I got debts to pay. I want to clear up, just get back on track with the money situation, and even have a way for my hubby to quit working so much. And also just I don't know, I've always been in MLM. I've been in tons. I don't even know. I bet you I've signed up for 15 companies. I'm telling you, like, it's like USANA was one I worked hard at and I did pretty good, but I got basically tired of convincing people why they needed to be taking vitamins. It's like, don't you understand what what's wrong with our food and everything. And so anyway, I didn't stick with it. So I always kind of, I don't know, they just didn't work out for me. I guess I either didn't have the momentum or the support or whatever. So coming here, when you got me to jump in with your famous line, I I
What
thought,
is my
okay, this is
famous
it.
line?
Your famous line, just get in, I'm building, get in. I was like, okay. Like, what? I could do this. And then after I started learning about it, and then when I got the drops and I lost weight right away, and everything's just so great with this company and the products. And I think because the products are so good, I don't have to convince anybody anything. It's like, it's just a lot better. And the support and the pay plan, I've made money every week since I've been in, I think other than maybe a couple weeks since April. Like, that's incredible. I don't care it's $50, $100, $500, whatever. It's, I've never had that before. So anyway, my why basically is to just, yeah, I do need an income and this is fun. And I also enjoy helping people because I've been in the natural health industry forever, for 30 years. And it's important and I believe in it. And this is it. This company's got it all. They're giving us everything we could need to succeed. It's here. And with you guys, it's a great team.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle. We're really glad
Welcome.
you're here. Absolutely appreciate you. And I'm
Yeah,
so
I appreciate you too.
all righty. Okay, so now I'll go to Tracy Johnson because Shorty, when I get you to come up next, I'm gonna get you to do something else too. So anyways, Tracy Johnson. So congratulations to you. You went officer. Did you see that one coming?
No, I didn't see that coming at all, actually. I don't even think I deserve officer, to be honest with you. During that run, I was in the hospital all week long with an appendix issue and then a medication issue that they gave me for the appendix. And it just snowballed from there. And so I'm laying in a hospital bed and I have Carmen going, come on, you can do this. And I'm like, not even on my phone. And then I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow recently just kind of decided to really help me build. But during that time, I was reaching out. I think the in 3 days, I sent like 167 messages to try to get people to look at becoming brand partners. And, I had so many people that said they were coming and they just didn't. But I did sell 37 boxes of drops from those messages that I sent out, which allowed me money to be able to bring up some brand partners that I had. And so I think the most exciting part of all of this was just the fact that we were really doing this as a team. Like everybody above everybody else just stepped up and was just so focused on helping everyone below them. And that is probably the most special thing that I can ever say. So I am super thankful. I'm so blessed to be on this team and have people that are looking out for me when honestly I couldn't barely look out for myself. And so I'm so grateful. But I actually just started wanting to increase my rank because honestly, like title means nothing to me. But I really wanted to go to the Christmas party in Calgary. That was my only reason, really, right? So
But that's what partner code does, right? It puts out little reasons like, for us to give it an extra push. Like, some people wanted to go to the Utah thing, so they pushed for CEO. Some people want, go to a Christmas party. Or we just want to, and the amazing thing is there's just something here for everybody. Sometimes I push because I want to be able to enjoy Maui next year for free. We're glad you're here, Tracy. Congratulations.
thank you so much.
Feeling better. All
Yeah,
right.
me too.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Crystal, I know you're here. I know you promoted. You came in like a lot of you went ultimate top pay. A lot of you got locked in. We're going to do more of these meetings. I want to hear everybody's why. We don't have time, obviously, to cover everybody tonight because we would be here all night. That's how great this is. But Mary, I'm going to get you to talk about your why when you share your 12-day thing, okay? So we'll just kind of do it that way. Shorty, I'll get you to come on next. Shorty, actually, first, wait, one more thing. Barry Griffith, are you on here? I don't see him. I know
he's not on. Carmen,
not.
no.
Oh yeah, he's here. Barry, do you want to just say hello for a minute here and just tell us your why? Because we had a call this morning and it was pretty powerful. Do you have a minute? You could just kind of just give us a quick.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had because I have a home game weekend. I have a couple of friends that were to get ready for help me out, but I thought you said 8:30, but I get my time messed up. So
I probably got it mixed up.
I think my wife, it's been on my heart a lot lately, is because I create. Yeah, I've been doing my business for 27 years, and I'm basically a glorified event planner for Cowboy home games, and we do a couple road games here and there, and just create an environment for people to meet players and have a great time. But after a while, I think my sister got on me first, and I told you all today, and then I heard a Joyce Meyer message, and it's like how meaningful is what I do, and it's been really, now that having 3 grandkids now too, is that, gosh, it's like, what is my purpose, And so I'm trying to spin off and make life more meaningful for people and challenge them to do more, to be more. And I can't really do that with my Cowboy style. I mean, I see people, they come in for, a couple months throughout the year is the football season. So I run into them maybe once in a while. But, how can I help change their life a little bit? How can I get them healthier? How can I get them, stronger in their faith? How can I get them, their health and wellness better? And then Partico came along and Pete called me and it's just such a blessing. Here's just a testament to like you and Todd. Like we had a call this morning at 8:00 and we're on the phone and Todd flies in, gives me the time of day. I mean, that's a huge blessing. It just makes me feel like, gosh, this is such a great. And then, you go and you hear about the owners met in a church service in Puerto Rico. Like, man, this is almost meant to be, So, and then you see so many people helping each other and just being part of the team, challenging, just like you're doing now. You're challenging and each other and everybody to do more and be more and just create a great life for themselves. And I can't do that with my Cowboy business. I've been doing it for 27 years, and I can't create a residual income like the potential with this. Football season, I don't have a life. I work day and night, for 4 months, and I want to chase grandkids around, so, so I want to build that residual income and just, I was supposed to go back to Pennsylvania for a class reunion and, my big 50th. So, but anyway, and that's when I broke my hip. I didn't make it, but yeah, I looked at some of those people, not to be judgmental, but gosh, I can help them in so many ways because they look terrible, to be, kind of nice about it, I guess, or sort of nice, but it's like, what happened to you in all these years, And so, I mean, the drops for a lot of them are going to be, I had, 6, 7 boxes of drops ready to take with me and everything else because I was going to sell them all while I was there. So, but anyway, it's just, it's like I said, I don't have the kind of the opportunity as, to make a residual income and a huge residual income with my business. So I got to change time for money. So.
Well, we're really glad you're here, Barry. Thank you for sharing.
No, thank you, and thank Todd for everything as well. It's been a real blessing already. So
I've got one more person that I realized that also promoted today. Penny, I know your story could take 3 hours because you have such a beautiful story. I want you to hop in here. I want to say, first of all, congratulations to you for going director today. And you're an amazing person. I would love for you to share a little bit with us right now. I would love to hear from you.
Okay, I'm so inspired by Carmen, Todd, Barry, everybody who's on the call. I go on the Zooms. I I started Partner Co. because my why was I was going to die. And I wanted to live, and I wanted to live a life of purpose before that happened. So Partner Co. was my wake-up call. And I got on it, and it's literally changed my life in 6.5 months. And I have purpose. I have meaning. I I have things that I do with other people, and I have a family and Partner Co. And that for me is everything. I don't I don't know what I can do financially, but I know that the belief that I can achieve is there. And John Wadsworth had asked a question a couple weeks ago online, and he said, "What made you believe in Partner Co?" And literally two words came to mind. Partner Co turned my I can't into I can. And so that's all I can say.
That's everything. Penny, I just want to say thank you. You are one special human. I tell you, you bring such a big heart to this, and I appreciate you so much. We all do. And we are so
Thank
glad
you.
you're here. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to hand this over to you, Shorty. Shorty, I would like you also just to give a shout out to the people on your team that promoted, because I didn't get a chance to write everybody's names down, and I want them to be recognized. And then also, Shorty, I'd love for you to share your why, and then we're gonna head right on over to Christy and Mary and Credwyn and and give you guys some really good give our December strategy of how we're going to get through this month by selling all the boxes we got and getting more and making some big paychecks. I'm going to hand it over to you, for Shorty, for a few minutes.
Thanks, Carmen. I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I didn't get a chance to look at the promotions and it's hard to keep up with, especially on Black Friday. But Wade and Jane Collins promoted to senior manager, and Michelle Samard promoted to manager. Dave and Melanie Magnuson came in at Ultimate. Darlene Lumsden. I apologize because I'm not up to speed like I should be, but um, my why basically is to buy my time back. I've realized since like I spent 5 weeks in Texas in September, and I am going to get a US work visa and I'm going to move to Texas. And my why basically is getting my time back. Although I love being a horse dentist, it's very physically taxing, and it's actually mentally taxing as well because, running the business plus doing the work. I'm a one-man band. I don't have kids. I don't have a spouse. So, it's not to put my kids through college or any of that kind of stuff. It's really about time. Freedom is the thing that I value the most, and I've understood leverage for a long time. I've been in and out of the networking industry since the early 90s, and I don't have leverage in my regular life because if I don't have a dental instrument in my hand, I am not earning money, right? So, I make like $250 an hour while I'm working, and people come and see that and they go, well, geez, that's what I want to do, right? But, it's all the driving and eating alone, traveling alone, sleeping alone, all that stuff, being on the road continually like I am. I've done that for 32 years and I enjoy it still and I'm used to it, but there is more to life. So having the freedom to travel, see the world, see all the sacred sites, and the only way that I can do that is to help enough other people achieve their why. I had a group that I picked of 6 people, and I asked them all to state their why to the group, and they did, and I copied it verbatim and put that in their contact in my phone. So when I'm interacting with someone like that, I can click on that and I know what their why is, right? So if something comes up, whatever happens, this and that, it's like, well, okay, let's, get through this because of, and then, talk about their why, right? So Zig Ziglar said it, if you help enough other people get what they want, then you get what you want. And, that's literally all there is to this. So I believe that this is the perfect storm come together, and we are in the best time in history to be in this company. So I've been so consumed with work over the last 3 months, whatever it's been since I've been back, that I haven't given my team my all. And I actually apologized to them today in our group chat. And, I mean, I'm an officer, and I, want to be senior officer, and onward and upward sort of thing. But I haven't been available through time constraints and just being so taxed out with work that I haven't been able to help like I would like to. But Credwyn reached out, Carmen reached out, Christy reached out, and they said, how can we help you? And I said, well, if you can connect with my team people, I said, that would help me the most. And that's exactly what's happened. So I'm literally picking up where I left off, and I've got a bit of a breather now with my career. So I'm going to pour every ounce of energy that I have into this company and this team and the people, because the timing will never ever be as good as it is right now. We are going to $1 billion in revenue and above, and when that happens, everybody's going to know the name Partner Co. The people that are doing the work right now are the people that are going to literally generate wealth for generations to come. And it's about right now in this moment, what can I do? Who can I talk to? The system of growth is absolutely phenomenal, but there has to be more than that to get to the next level, to the big money. And, reaching out to people directly, still utilizing the system, that kind of activity is really what's required. And I mean, my advice is do that like your hair's on fire, and you're going to need a bigger bank account. Thanks. I'll hand it off to you, Christy. Thank you, guys. And thanks, Carmen, for pouring your heart out like you did. That's awesome.
Shorty, I absolutely love you, and we appreciate you so much. And I'm so glad you're here with us.
Thank
I
you.
I'm gonna actually, I was gonna put Credwyn first, but I know that Christy has to go to another call at some point, and so I believe Mary does too. But I want you all to know the best is yet to come, because we've also got Todd hanging on here because he's coming in to really wind up this why thing. Anyways, so why don't we start? You know what, Mary? I want to talk to you actually first, because first of all, I want to say congratulations to you for going senior officer. That's a really big deal. Officer is a big deal. Any rank is a big deal. I know it's kind of like, it's not like sometimes people say rank's not a big deal, but actually, if you look at it as a matter of how many people you've helped to create that kind of volume, to build that type of a team, that's actually a really big deal. That shows you how many lives you've actually changed. It doesn't need to be about us, it's about all the people that we've helped. And one thing I know about Mary is she is one of those type of people. She is I guess you would call a cross line to me. And what I love about Mary is there's no line there. We work together alongside each other, and she's been very supportive to me through this last while, and I've gotten to know her, and I really appreciate her. So Mary, I'm going to ask you to share your why, Miss Senior Officer. And also, she's not married to Shorty Olson. She has her own husband. And the other thing I want to say is, and then after you share your why, Mary, I would love for you, well, I'm hopefully, we'll get Sarah when she's got not so busy to put this all kind of in the right kind of order. But I really would like you also to share your 12 days to Christmas, because when you shared that with me yesterday, it was absolutely brilliant. Credwyn and has some ideas. We'll get her to come in after you girls. But we've started a Facebook page. But Mary's got such a great thing. So Mary, I'm just going to hand it on over to you. Share your why and your 12 days to Christmas for us, would you?
Well, thank you so much, Carmen. And yeah, it's it's like a promotion that I got. So before I start though, Shorty, before you go to Texas, I do need some horse's teeth floated. So just keep that in mind.
Better hurry.
Yeah, so my why has changed. I've been with Partner Co for I think almost, I don't know, a year and a half, just about 2 years. So my why has changed over this time. At first it was I wanted to get the heck out of the oil field, get rid of that job. I wasn't liking it. And so that was my biggest why. And with Christy's help, I got there. And so when that happened, I had to think of a bigger why. And she said, dream bigger, always dream bigger. And so now my why, my husband is still in the oil field. And so my why is to get him out of that oil field and get him back in the saddle because that's where he likes to be and that's where he does the best work anyway. So that's my why. And of course, you know, as Barry said, like he likes chasing his grandkids. And I do too. I love chasing my grandkids and I still chase them in my cowboy boots. So you can do it, Barry. Um, so that's my why. So going on to the 12 days of Christmas, this was kind of a collaboration of minds to put this together. You know, I've got to thank Christy for saying, well, you need to get something going. And I'm like, okay. And then I've got to really thank my daughter-in-law, Brooke, because she's really helped me figure this all out. So kudos to her. She's done a lot. So the 12 days of Christmas, I envisioned it like the system of growth. Now, I don't want you to deviate from the system of growth. You always post your 9 and 3. That system works, it's proven. But addition to that, I would also like to um, put in 3 more extra posts a day. And so we started a board in under promos called the 12 Days of Christmas. And we've added in each day what we're going to be talking about and what you need to do. So you've got to put in a picture for the day with your product. You've got to put in a reel, whether you're comfortable making a reel yourself or grabbing the reel that's in the board. And then making a video, a live or, you know, something, talking about the product, talking about what it means to you. You know, I've been doing the system or the Echo app that, you know, they were talking about earlier, and I've been doing that and I've seen my reach increase. I've seen everything start to all of a sudden snowball. And so this is kind of like that, but it's more geared towards selling some drops, selling some product, really moving it going into the new year. So if you've got a chance, maybe take a look in boards under promos. Like Christy's put a lot of stuff in there. I've put some stuff in there. It's not completely done yet, but we're going to kick things off on Saturday.
Did
And
you want me
also,
to share the screen a little bit just so we can show them quick? It'll take 2 seconds.
sure,
Sure.
I would love that.
Sure.
And then
Okay.
Christy, you mind? And then Christy, go ahead with
Sure. Yeah.
we're going to be doing 20. Okay, you explain it. I won't even bother. You just explain what that section is. And also, Mary, I just wanted to kind of also ask you, like, we're going to have that Facebook group, Holiday Accountability Challenge Facebook group, that is only for people who are actual members and who are using the drops. Those are the only 2 requirements. And Mary, are you going to come in there and kind of lead the way with the social media stuff so that we know what that means? Like, what's a reel for the new people? You know what I mean? Are you going to be kind of helping with content and giving ideas? Is that kind of
Yeah, you bet. Like we've already got, like I put some ideas in the boards already, but yeah, I'll go into that group and I'll, you know, throw some ideas out there. And you know, you guys follow me on Facebook. You're going to see some really great things coming up.
Yeah.
Mary's got the
Okay.
best Facebook, you guys. Okay,
She
go ahead,
does.
Chris.
Sure. Yeah. So can everybody see our board?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So it'll be both in the Canada one and the US one. I'll just show you really quick. So in the Canada one, under and much more, we have put a 12 days campaign. So if you want to go in there, the first one that says launch, that is going to just walk you through what we want you to do for day one. Day one will start on Saturday, the 13th. So day one, remember you're going to still post your 9 and 3. So in between, you're going to put your post number 1, a picture of you with some few products. And then about maybe noon, another picture using a reel of your products. And then post number 3 will be talking about the upcoming 12 days of Christmas. So it's going to give you a breakdown. So if you look in here, day 1 is Everglow. And Mary has broke it down. Okay, your 3 extra posts that day are going to be a picture of you holding Everglow. Have fun with it. Use glitter, that sort of thing. Post number 2 will be reel. And that's like, just make a quick, simple little reel of yourself, right? And I've added a reel in there for you to use if you're too scared. You know, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone. And then post number 3, just go 30 seconds, few key points on Everglow. And then we came up with the Facebook post. So there's a 15% off Everglow. And what you're going to do, and here's the text script to go above the post. So each folder, and here's a reel on Everglow if you want to use it. So each folder will have all 3 of those items in it. MOA, same thing. There's your post, here's you go. And the reason why we picked 15% off was because that is a smart link, 15% off. Give your promo code, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So you want to be building that volume by using your smart links, 15% off. Everyone's going to be happy. They're going to get a product for 15% off. They might even order 2 or 3. We can just create a smart link. If anybody needs a help creating a smart link, we've got some training videos for that. Mary, what else did you want to say about, or do you want me to click on anything back there? Like
no,
the finale?
that's pretty much it. Like we've got, each folder is split up and then you can just go in there. You can't break it. So go
Yeah.
in there and click and figure it
There's
out. But
great
there's,
mocktails.
be really creative, get out of your comfort zone. Put your video up. I put on my Facebook, I think it was today or yesterday, like it took me several takes to do the sugar stop. And so my daughter-in-law last night, she put together a bloopers of all these takes that it took. And it was just propping up my camera and talking in the camera. And yeah, you mess up. So you stop it and you restart it and just have a lot of fun with it.
I like the one you sent me today. I was wondering what product you were using for that one.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good one.
So that's how we want to really hone in on the momentum that we built over Black Friday, right, team? We really want to keep that momentum and be pushing it right until Boxing Day. I know in Canada we have Boxing Day. Lucy's launching some great deals, so we really want to push the volume through our back offices with these links. Yes, you're going to give up 15% of your retail on it, but why not? Let's get some extra products and we're going to have some fun with it. And then I know everybody stocked up on drops, right? We had those wonderful 10 plus 2 free packs, all these drop holders in Canada and all these wonderful deals that we had. So now we're all loaded up with drops. Everybody got 10, 20, 30 packs and free drops. We need to unload those drops before Christmas, you guys. We literally have 2 weeks to get these unloaded. And how are we going to do that? In Canada, we are going to give a 25% off our full regular price. And then in the US, we're going to stick to the 15 because I wasn't able to talk to any US leaders today to make those type of decisions down there. So it's going to be very, very simple. We all bought these boxes. We have lots on hand. We want more volume come Boxing Day. So we have to help our brand partners offload these boxes and get new customers to convert for the Body Balance Challenge coming in January. So this is the whole mindset that we have to have. So 12 days of Christmas body balance drop blowout. So in between your 9 and 3s and the 3 posts that Mary is going to teach you to do, you're also going to be throwing in a 25% off drops, 25% off drops. Because remember, drops is our main product. The other products are just your tag in, your subscription products. Yes, they're your add-ons. The system of growth works with the drops. So you share your testimonial, you share a little reel, you share a 25% off or a 15% off in the US. You share a little story or a live, you share another 25 or 15% off on drops. Then you do your 3 p.m. and then you want to finish your night off strong with something funny, getting ready for bed, taking your drops or whatever, right? So the price breakdown in Canada is 25% off full retail price. And I loved this number. It is universe. God was working on us when Mary and I came up with these pricing. 777, right? So 25% off 236 is 177. Huge deal. It's still keeping it above our brand partner price per box, but then you're going to say plus shipping and tax. So you guys, we're not really taking that big of a hit on these drops because our per box price was down to about 105, 107, depending on what province you're in. And in the States, it was like 77 if you got these Black Friday deals. So you're going to go 177, add 15 to 20 bucks in for shipping because that's from your stock. You got to put it in a bubble wrap. You got to take it to the post office and you got to ship it or drop off. So it's going to really still be around 190. We're still going to be pocketing about 80 bucks a box on these drops. It's going to be fantastic. In the US, we're going to stick to that 15% off. We don't want to undervalue these drops. They are gold. So we're going to do the 150 out of their stock, and it's a great deal. So that's what we came up with. Now you can see in the Canada deal, we've made some great flyers. 12-day of Christmas, so you can utilize that. Another one, 25% off, day and nights. And then I just started on scripts because we're going to need a script for this, right, guys? So this will be for the Canada and the US. I will update the US prices. So here we go. The drops retail for 236 Canadian plus shipping and tax, but we have a special 12-day of Christmas. Woo, right? Like running right now, 25% off. They'll only cost you 177 plus shipping and tax. If you e-transfer me, we might do 190. I think that's about even. If you want to just add 15 on, it's up to you. You can modify this a little bit. And then you'll send a box today. You're going to love these. And then it'll reflect the same in the States. And then I have it's too expensive. Right? We're gonna show them, oh, you don't want to buy for 177? Well, I can get you enrolled as a brand partner. Remember, we're always converting for a 4-pack for $500, sell 3, yours is free. What do you think of that? You know what I mean? Like you're always offering that. So that's what we came up with. I hope that if you look in the US, it's the same thing. Some great flyers, Santa taking his drops because he's fat and needs some happy drops. So that's what we have come up with. There's going to be lots more content added in here, like recipes. And if you saw in the recipes, there's all these holiday mocktails. You guys, these are made with moa. They're made with giving greens, limu, noni, the power boost. Look at peachy keen. Like those are all little things that we can make into stories, reels, just create that excitement. And this is going to drive our team. It's going to keep our engagement up on Facebook. It's also going to get some NFR in Canada or some smart links sent out. And then once we have our Boxing Day specials, we can load up on product again. And that is key to our teams in keeping our paychecks going. And then we're going to launch into the Body Balance Challenge. Top 3 New Year's resolutions is weight loss and getting healthy. Number 2 is paying off debt or creating new streams of income. And number 3 is travel. We hit the nail on the head for all 3 of these. And then that accountability group that Credwyn came up with in your team is just fantastic. And we're just going to fly and push the momentum right till summertime. that's my plan. And thank you, Mary,
Awesome.
for helping me with that. It's going to be so much fun, you guys. If anybody needs help making smart links, just reach out. But let's sell our stock.
Let's have fun with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love having fun. That's why I'm here, I think.
Yeah.
I'm here to residual and I'm here to have fun. Thank you, ladies, so much for hopping on and sharing your info with us. We appreciate it so much. And I'm going to
Yes.
hand it over to you, Credwyn, because you now are going to explain the Holiday Accountability Challenge, which I think is absolutely amazing. And all of this really aligns together with our Facebook group. So, Creddy, you're going to talk about holiday fitness, water and tracking, daily encouragement, staying consistent. She's like our little fitness coach. She won some kind of bikini contest one time, and I saw it, and I was just like, holy crow, this girl's got it going on. So she is probably the best fitness coach we could ask to have on our team. So come on, Creddy, tell us what you got. Did we lose you? I probably scared her away. There she is. You have to unmute. Here, do you want me to help you? Ask. There we go. Todd, I don't know if Todd's listening, but we might need you to unmute Credwyn because I can't get her to unmute.
All right, give me 1 second. I am working on it now.
Oh, she's
Okay,
good.
did it work? Did that work?
Got it.
Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. That I just wanted to say first off, Mary and Christy, that sounds absolutely amazing, and I'm excited how it's going to roll into our Holiday Accountability Challenge. So, guys, get ready. We've got a lot coming at us, and it's going to be amazing to keep us together as a team. So first off, this was not just my idea. This was like Sharon, Marlene, and talking to Carmen, and then we just did some brainstorming. We came up with this, and we're just kind of excited to show you guys what it's all about. So, just a few little things. I just kind of got some things wrote down, so excuse me for reading off this, but I'm going to just kind of give you some points of what this is all about. Guys, first off, this is just, the holidays are all about keeping it fun. So let's just make sure we're keeping that in mind, you guys. We will slip. Of course, it's holidays. There's going to be little parties, all these kind of things. So just remember, don't feel guilty if you slip up. That's the main thing I want you guys to focus on. So this challenge is going to keep us mindful. It's going to keep us accountable. And the main thing is going to be about the support that we're going to offer each other and how good we're going to feel about following through. So we're just going to keep it really simple, you guys. This is not about perfection, like I was saying. It's just a daily movement that if you guys can give us even 10 minutes a day, you guys, that's all it's about. Just keep your body in motion. If you have to take a walk or even just do a stretch, a light workout, whatever feels good for your body is what this is all about, you guys. Okay, so we want to make sure we're staying happy and not being hard on ourselves. So it's all about the daily wins and how they all add up. The other thing is about tracking, guys. Like I was talking about the guilt. Water intake, number one, we should be taking about 2 to 3 liters per day. But if you guys like I said, don't feel guilty. We're going to be tracking it. So what you're going to track is your water. What hits your lips, you guys, write it down, because you'll be amazed at how much off your, how can I say that? You'll be amazed at what you actually put in that mouth of yours at the end of the day, and it all adds up, right? So when you look at it, you're more accountable of what you're going to kind of cut back on. Be accountable with your daily movement and how we're going to be feeling. It just helps us keep ourselves honest with ourselves and on track, right? We're going to be offering daily encouragements, which is, I'm excited about, you guys, because it's about, we're going to be posting motivation stuff. I'm going to be posting workouts. We'll do little tips and doing check-ins at the end. And we're all going to be doing it together. So don't think it's like just myself posting. It's going to be Carmen. It's going to be Christy. It's going to be everybody jumping in together and helping each other out, right? So we're going to be sharing our wins, our struggles, anything. So we're all doing it together as a team. Hope that makes sense so far.
I love it. So, Credwyn, and I think Are you, do you want me to, I just want to add to
No,
that. This is
yeah,
like, this is so important. I remember doing this. We've done this years ago, and it's just having that accountability just keeps us accountable. And then that support keeps us supported. It's just showing up, right?
showing up. That's right. And it's consistency, you guys. That's the main key. It's not, like I said, it's not about perfection. Please get that out of your mind. It's just basically, if you miss a day, jump back in. Don't feel guilty. If you have a cookie, don't worry about it. Tomorrow's a new day. You
Eat the
start over,
whole
no
cake.
shame.
Don't worry
Eat the
about
whole
it.
cake. So, but what I can say is one good choice leads to another, you guys. So if it's just taking a walk, if you, with the water intake, if you can only just start with one glass, start with one glass. One mindful meal a day. If that's all you can do, that's great, right? We got to start somewhere, and that's how we win through the holidays, right? We're going to do, Carmen and I were talking that we will do weekly weigh-ins. So this is just about gentle accountability. No pressure for anybody. Remember that, please. It's just awareness for yourself and how we can get through these holidays together. It's basically what it's all about feeling better and not chasing the numbers on that scale or anything like that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And then I'm just going to finish up, Carmen, with just saying, let's have fun. Let's support each other. Finish this year all off being strong, supportive, in control, and that we're just going to have fun, right? That's pretty much it.
I love it, Credwyn. I just love the team. You know what I love about the best is that everybody brings their strengths and we need each other. We can't do this by ourselves. We're in this together. We have each other. I'm gonna now, I know Todd's on here. I have a few things I want to close with, but I'm gonna leave that. I know it's been 1 hour and I'm sorry for taking up so much of your time, but I really wanted to get through some of the people's whys, especially, and I wanted to kind of give you a heads up of what we're doing. So thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for being here. But if I would love you to stick around because we're just getting started. We won't be here all night, I promise. But I'm gonna hand it on over to Todd Rowland now, because anybody that doesn't know who Todd is, he's the man. He's the guy that why we're all here. He's the one that signed up one person who signed up one person, and here we all are, and we are following his lead. He is one of the best top coaches in this industry. He's a veteran in this industry. He is one of the biggest reasons why I joined this company. I know we're in good hands with Todd Rowland. He is a top income earner. He is just someone to follow. So we're going to follow his lead. I'm handing it over to you, Todd.
Thank you, Carmen. I was sitting here just so inspired by everybody. I was actually writing down a few notes, listening to everybody's why. And one of the things that we got this new AI world now, so it tells us everything, even if you're not smart enough to know everything. But hope is mentioned in the King James Version 129 times in 121 different verses. And I wrote down a couple of scriptures that talk about vision. It says, Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans of welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and give you well-being. And, a lot of times in our type of business, the struggles that Shorty may have of getting up at 6 a.m. and getting in a horse's mouth and not having time to do this, or that Creddy might have leaving the oil field trying to figure out how to make ends meet while she transitions into her home-based business, or Tracy Johnson, who also an officer who has never been in the industry before, that's trying to figure out, like, what do I even do every day? Like, how do I answer questions? And I could keep on going all the way through from Christy to Mary to, I met Penny. My favorite thing, why I will never retire, is I get to meet so many people for the first time. I got to meet Barry, who you heard from earlier. He's 68 years old, and the business model that had made his living is disappearing on him, and he's still in it. And what do you do when you have a business model that's not working anymore at 68 years old? It's like it's not the most optimal time in life to do something different. And Susan, a pastor's wife for the last decade that has tried network marketing but has never really made any money. And like, should I try one more time? But I will tell you that the very excuses that keep so many people from bettering their lives or chasing their vision or having hope, the very issues really should be the why is driving you. You just got to flip it on its head. And because I was trying to help Carmen get paid from the company, I was involved. I don't think she did her story justice. The week before Black Friday, or 2 weeks before Black Friday, the Canadian government, which if you're in the US, the equivalent of our IRS, I forgot what y'all call it up there, but whoever monitors taxes on some unpaid taxes of a small business that she was a part of a decade ago, um, they shut like they seized everything. They seized her account, which means even when Partner Co was paying her for 2 weeks, we couldn't get it fixed fast enough that those direct deposits, like, she never saw it. So not only did they take like, Carmen did not have gas money, coffee money, eating money, rent. She had zero money. And that's really the very time that most people give up. And I told her this. I was like, you inspired me as much as anybody I've ever seen, because that's the time most people give up or give in. And it's the very time that you have to fight. And if I didn't call your name tonight out loud, I just know that I've been doing this business long enough to know that everybody on this call has their story. You have a million reasons why you're not going to be able to go be great at this. But I will just tell you to flip it on its head and let all of those reasons drive you to go be great at this business. And for me, like, if I could tell you about anything to do with what this business can offer, the money isn't for money's sake. Like, if you've ever been around me, I'm a very bad dresser. I don't really have anything nice. I probably my biggest vice is buying tennis shoes to run in. And but if you look at my clothes, they're not that great. But money gave me something that I didn't even know I was chasing. It's called freedom. It's the ability to wake up every day and do what you want to instead of what you have to. I always say the people that have the most focus on themselves are the broke people, because broke people must focus on themselves all day, every day, to try to make ends meet. And that includes pastors and everybody. Like, a pastor still has to pay his bills, and they, like, for whatever reason, the telephone companies and the rental people and the banks, they all still want to be freaking paid, whether we've got good intentions in life or not. We need money. Money provides you freedom. It gives you the ability to wait, and there is no dollar amount. Like, I don't know if you ever arrive. I could never tell you a number that makes the difference. I will just tell you that when you reach the point where you can wake up every day and do what you want to instead of what you have to, and when the most of your energy moves from feeding your own mouth to helping other people feed theirs. And I'll tell you, I don't get to work with everybody, but I did get to work with Carmen when she hit rock bottom. Not necessarily helping her, she did it all on her own. Like, literally, her and Mary and Christy and everybody like her. But here's what she did, and I've got them all identified here. So in one leg, she had Susan, brand new to the industry, and she locked arms with Susan and drove Susan to senior director in that leg. And then on the other two legs, between recently and Carmen, they drove Tracy to officer. So an officer has to have 6,700 on at least two legs. Well, guess what that is for the upline on one leg? That's 13,334. If you're new, those numbers may not make sense, but what that does is create a leg that pays you $2,000 plus bonus money, and it's called an optimization, terminology wise. So you don't chase that yourself. You find people to drive to officer or drive to senior director, and then yet in the other leg, her third leg, she drove. Maybe the numbers aren't right, but on those three legs, she had Susan on one, Creddy on one, and then so Creddy on the other one. Then Tracy, she drives Creddy to officer, and then Shorty's already officer, and he's driving his title advancement, as he mentioned, too many to count. So it's been a long call. I will tell you, the vision y'all cast, the whys you shared, was is always going to be the most important. But this group is so good at working together. Like, I was just watching all the stuff Christy had created. Like, I was like, holy cow, how does that girl create all that? I couldn't do that. My life freaking depended on it. So we're a big army of people all contributing to each other's success. But I will tell you, it all begins with your vision. You can lose everything else in life. Just don't lose your vision, because if you lose your house and you have vision, you'll have another one day. If you lose a family, you lose whatever you lose with vision, it all can be created back. But lose your vision and you're ready for the grave. You've got to have a reason to wake up tomorrow. Mine, like Jesus is my vision. I don't ever want to offend anybody, but I don't know how a person could do anything in life without having him to lean on. So that is mine. I don't know what yours is, but you've got to have something you lean on and a vision. And then you got to have the ability to go help others achieve their vision. When you can get that going in your life, in this type of industry, especially in this company with this pay plan, these products, and these honors, like over the course of a 2 or 3 or 4 year time span, you can rewrite your whole future. And Barry, that's at any age. Barry and I made a goal this morning. He's 68, and mine and Barry's goal for him, I said it for him. I said, you are not going to have any financial problems at 70. You're going to have a residual income in Partner Co., and you're going to chase your dreams. And his dreams is to create faith, finance, and fitness, and help people have better families. That he calls it the 4 F's, and that's going to be his brand. And Barry, I can't wait to watch you go do it. And Penny, you move me every time you speak. You are freaking amazing, young lady. Like, you have no idea all the power. You remind me so much of Kim Gray. And Kim Gray she spent 2 years changing her own life. And guess what she does now, Penny? She changes everybody else's life on planet Earth. And I see you doing the exact same thing, young lady. You're going to be amazing. So it was just a pleasure to be with y'all tonight. You did an amazing job on your first team call. Carmen, it was fun to watch.
Thank you, Todd. Okay, well, I have one more thing I want to say. If you guys just want to give me 1 second, I wrote it down because we have a call to action. So, closing call to action. Before we end tonight, I wanted to leave you with this. Your why is not just a sentence you write down. It's the anchor that keeps you steady when life feels heavy, the fuel that keeps you moving when motivation fades, and the North Star that guides you into the version of yourself you know you're meant to become. If this year has stretched you, shaped you, then good. That means you're growing. That means you're being positioned. And that means 2026 is calling your name. But nobody thrives alone. This is why we created the Holiday Accountability Challenge, a safe, supportive, joy-filled space where you can stay on track, stay connected, and stay encouraged through the busiest season of the year. So here is your call to action. Join the Facebook group, which I've put in our group chat. I want you all to post your why. Introduce yourself and post your why, please. Please, please, please. Let us walk this journey with you. Let us help you build momentum that carries you straight into the best year of your life. Thanks for being here, guys. I love all of you. Mwah.
Thanks, everybody. Great call.
Thank you, Carmen. Thanks, guys. Hey, Shorty.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Carmen.
You're welcome.
God bless.
I don't know how to hang up, so I'll just be hanging out all night. Just kidding. Be blessed, everybody. Good
Thanks,
night.
Carmen.
Figured it out.